I haven't had my morning drink of it right there. Those three things and some water is what keeps me going every day. And you go, why would you drink that? Does it taste good? Let's see. Hey everyone, my name is Chad and I am a Jesus follower and I am the pastor of Henderson General Baptist Church, and today we have a motivational word of the day, and that word is why. Now I'm not talking about why, I'm talking about your why, your purpose. Now I'm not using the word purpose, but they kind of come together. I mean, for me, every single day, I get up and I talk about certain things in my life. I get up and I do certain things. And if you don't know your why, it becomes mundane. It becomes ordinary. It becomes hard. And oftentimes, people try to avoid pain. That's why they don't work out. Their why as to why they don't work out, it hurts. Well, yes, it hurts. My why pushes past that hurt. Another thing that people do is they eat and they don't eat healthy, and they think every time somebody talks about eating healthy, they love it. I don't love eating healthy. Most health food isn't that great to taste, but I also understand that my why pushes me past that I love ice cream. As a matter of fact, yesterday I had 2 ice creams. Yes, it's too much, but every once in a while you kind of slip up a little bit. But what I know about a why is it will help you push past the pain. It'll make you push past the discomfort. And if you don't know your why, you just get up and go to work. Why? Is it just to make a paycheck? Because after a while, just making a paycheck becomes hard. And you get to make the choice in your life. Are you going to live your life with purpose and a why? Or are you just going to go through life traveling? See, for me, I look at it, and one of the things that I look at in my life is my own wife. She's younger than me. We don't talk about it much because it doesn't really matter to us at this point. We've been married for 23 years. But I also know that she's almost 7 years younger than me. And I understand that in the statistics of things that most men are outlasted by women by 5 years, give or take, according to the latest numbers. So my why, I look at it and say, wait a minute, that makes her 7 years plus the 5 years difference, that's 12 years. My why? I want to do everything humanly possible on my side of things when I exercise, when I eat right, so that way I'm in as healthy as possible as I can. Does that mean that it won't change? It doesn't mean that. I mean, my 16, 17-year-old daughter, brain tumor, still there, still working on getting her fully functioning again. It's not about what she ate that caused that. But I know that there are circumstances and there's no given amount of time that we know exactly how long we're going to live. But if it's humanly possible, I can do something to change that. My why matters. Your why matters. See, for me, I look over here and I'm not advertising anybody, but I look at it every single day. Greens, beet powder, fruit powder. Every morning I'm drinking that. I mean, here it is right here. I haven't had my morning drink of it right there. Those three things and some water is what keeps me going every day. And you go, why would you drink that? Does it taste good? Let's see. No, it doesn't. It doesn't taste good. Stop eating for satisfaction and start eating for survival. See, our bodies are a machine. And my why pushes me to say, wait a minute, why would I eat grass and fruits like that? Why would I do that? Well, because it's very difficult to eat enough servings of fruits and vegetables and all of these things in a setting. It's tough. And I know it's tough. So for me, I'm not telling you to go out and buy those kind of powders. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you my why. Listen to my why. My why is I eat to survive. Why? Because I want to live as long as I can on this earth. Not only for my wife, but for the glory of God. Because see, God has a why for you. And God has a why for me. And if we miss out on the why because we're just having fun all the time, I just want things to be great. I don't want to exercise. It hurts. Why? I'm not exercising. There's your why. You don't want to push past the pain. And yes, sometimes pain is good because it allows us to know that we're alive. And for me, I tell my kids often whenever I'm exercising, pain is weakness leaving the body. And I got a lot of weakness that needs to leave this body. Why? Why would we do this? Why are you going to work? Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why? Your why is important. And the Bible tells me this in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20, get all the advice and instruction you can, so you will be wise the rest of your life. I want you to know right now what you put in your body, it matters. Why are you eating what you are eating? Is it just for you to feel good because it tastes good? I'm just eating it because it makes me feel good for the moment. Do you realize oftentimes we're hungry? It's because we're starving ourselves to death. And we're starving ourselves because we're eating a bunch of junk food, this processed foods, and we're eating it because it tastes so good, and it does. It does. That's why they do it. They make it taste good. And you have all kinds of ingredients in it that make no sense. You can't even pronounce them. And you eat it. Why? Because it tastes good. But then you keep eating it more and more and more. Why? Because you say, I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. And I'm telling you, I drink something like this. It keeps me feeling full longer. Why? Because there's so many nutrients in it. When I take and I look and I take probiotics, I take some vitamins once a day, I take some BCAAs, and you're going, what is BCAAs? They're branched chain amino acids. I'm not here to make you a workout person. I'm just giving you some information as to my why. Why am I doing all that? Because God has a purpose and a plan for my life, and it's not just about my wife is younger than me, and I want to live as long as I can with her and be here with her on this journey we call life. But God has a purpose. And in that same passage in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21, it says, you can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. See, ultimately, my why is because I want to be as healthy as I can. I want to be as healthy as I can every single day of my life. So when God's call on my life tells me I need to get on a plane and go to the Philippines, I can go to the Philippines. If the Lord tells me I need to get up and go across the street, I can get up and go across the street. When my kids start having kids, I'm going to be around as much as humanly possible to raise them to understand how much God loves them and God has a purpose for their life. See, the psalmist wrote in Psalm 33:11, but the Lord's plans stand firm forever. His intentions can never be shaken. God has a why for you. Over the next couple of weeks, I want to talk about a why. I want to talk about that being your motivational word of the day. And I want you to start thinking, why do you exercise? Or why don't you exercise? Why do you eat right? Or why don't you eat right? See, if you can't write it down, then it's just going to consume you and you're just going to do things on the fly. Here's what I know. Every single day I've gotten to the place that these things taste decent. I don't even bother me. I just drank them. What? I can tell you. Yeah, it's not great. But I know this. I feel much better afterwards. Exercise, it hurts. But afterwards, I start feeling better. I know I can move better. I can walk better. I can live better. I feel better mentally, physically. Why? Why are you doing what you're doing, or why are you not? Your why is what's going to keep you going. Your why is what's going to keep you motivated. My why? for today, I want to live as long as I can to be with my wife. And I want to live as long as I can to fulfill the purpose God has for my life. May you go conquer your day. And may I prepare to go exercise now. And may we go and find our why and follow after it.